You ever try recording some single coil Gen T guitar tones only to get this like god awful shit fucking noise? Well, what if we can go from that to this? I'm going to show you how. Okay, first and foremost, I gotta thank this guitarist I found on YouTube named Tim Murray. Now, I followed this guy's tutorial down to a T, and I gotta say, this has been the best solution I could find to an EMI or RF signal, dirty air, whatever you want to call it for your guitar, which is the number one culprit, by the way, of the one thing me trying to record clean DI guitars, especially when it comes to single coil or split coil on a guitar, electric guitar. Now, mind you, I've been fighting this battle of epic proportions with my noisy ass guitar and my stupid electronics in my apartment for years now. And literally, I was pulling my hair out, trying to find the solution for it. I even got an iDefender little USB adapter that can cut the power from your audio interface, thinking that it was the power giving all the dirty electromagnetic interference going into my pickups. And that wasn't the case. I think it's just something I'm stuck with in my apartment forever and ever due to the electrical wiring in here, where I was just gonna constantly get stupid noise like this. So big shout outs to Tim Murray. Thank you so much, man. I mean, I followed your tutorial down to a T to get rid of all this excess noise, especially when, you know, clean DI recordings are a must for the type of music that you're trying to do. So thank you. I'm going to give you a big plug. I'll leave your link of your channel in my description. All right, so moving along to what we actually did here. Okay, so in both guitar tracks I have right over here, which is audio 8 and audio 9, I do already have the effects in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start fresh for you guys. So we'll do an audio 9, which is the right guitar, but I'll go ahead and put the panning right to the center here. And I'll just go ahead and delete everything just so we could start fresh, and I could show you what I did. Okay, what we have over here is the Neural DSP Abasi plugin. Yeah, I have my own preset here, the Chris Sugar as I call it, because that is my name, Chris. And I was trying to emulate like a Meshuggah type tone. If you want, you can go ahead and take a look at the settings here if you want to go ahead and try and emulate it. Here's the amp. Here's the EQ. The caps. And the effects are disengaged. Okay, so keep in mind, we're going to put all the effects in the beginning of the chain right before the archetype plugin. All right, the first effect you're going to want to get is something called Audio Effect Rack. And what that is basically an empty effect channel where you can stack all your plugins into. And we're going to go ahead and find that in the audio effects section, and it's going to be one of the very first ones, Audio Effect Rack. So we'll put that right before the archetype plugin. And I personally like to go ahead and expand this just so I can get some more detail about what's going on. Okay, and the next one you're going to want to get is actually in the Max for Live category. And keep in mind, I'm using Ableton Live 10 Suite over here. And you'll go ahead and find this in the Max Audio Effect. And you're going to want to get Envelope Follower. So you're going to want to go ahead and put that first in the Audio Effect Rack right over here, which is in the second area. Okay, and the very last effect you're going to need is something called the Auto Filter right over here, which is in the Audio Effects category. So we're going to go ahead and put that right after the Envelope Follower. Come on, man. There you go. Okay, great. And there's really only one last thing you have to do. You see the map button right over here in Envelope Follower. You're going to want to go ahead and push that. And all you want to do is click the filter frequency area right here once. Okay? And one thing I like to do is I like to set the gain starting all the way high. Okay? And basically what that does is the amount of gain that's actually going into the auto filter plugin. So here, let's turn off Audio Effect Rack and let me show you guys what it sounds like without it. Okay, you can hear the noise building. All right, and this is what it sounds like with it. Okay, we're gonna have to tweak it just a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to turn the attack down all the way. That way it kicks in right away. I think the release is gonna be okay. And another thing you're going to do right here is the frequency percentage. It's basically a minimum maximum. I think I raised this to 40 when I was experimenting with it. So let's give 40 a try. We'll keep it at 39. Okay, that's not bad. You still hear a little bit of the noise right in the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the 100% to about 80 and let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, that's good. Keep in mind, those are the only parameters you're going to have to experiment with is the gain, this in and out percentage right here. Again, you can experiment with the attack and the release, but I like to put the attack down all the way. Otherwise, it'll sound like this. It'll take a while for the auto filter to go all the way bypass. So you want that to go quick so you don't lose any attack of your guitar. Everything else I leave about the same. Okay, and let me show you guys an example of why it's so useful to use. So I have a song going on over here, and if you look right over here, there is a single guitar playing with no drums, no nothing, just the guitar by itself. And this is what it sounds like without it. So just so you guys can get some context. So did you guys hear all the noise going on? All right, so check this out. You turn on this bad boy and now listen to it. There you go. And that's it, guys. That's how I killed all the stupid single coil or noisy pickup noise, EMI, RF, whatever you want to call it. So again, big shout out to Tim Murray. Thank you, man. You literally saved me, I don't know, a lot of my hair follicles because I literally was pulling out my hair trying to figure out how to fix it and I couldn't do it. So thank you, man. All right, guys. Cheers to noiseless DIs.